Today I'll be discussing the Ebola virus that causes the Ebola virus disease, formerly known as the Ebola hemorrhage fever. The Ebola virus is an extremely deadly disease for humans, resulting in a 50 to 90% mortality rate. The structure of Ebola is a cell membrane ingrained with glycoproteins and a matrix protein BP40. Inside the virus, the RNA makes most of its filamentous shape. The RNA is coated with nucleoproteins and BP30. It also has a polymerase enzyme to aid in the replication process. In regards to the transmission of the Ebola virus, humans can get it from other animals or humans themselves, so any infected host. So an example of a species that carries the Ebola virus would be a fruit bat. So the infected fruit bat would have contact with the human through blood or other body secretions, and that would cause the human to get infected. Once someone is infected, they can easily spread the Ebola virus disease to their friends and family through direct contact with blood and body secretions. Look at how the virus enters the bat's cells and how it infects the bat. So the bat cells all have glycoproteins in their cell membrane surface as well. And this glycoprotein will recognize the glycoprotein on the Ebola virus and will let it in, accept it, and into the cell. Once the virus has been engulfed in the cell, it will release its RNA along with the nucleoproteins and the polymerase. The virus will then it will replicate its own RNA and then use the host cell's machinery to do transcription and translation to create more viruses. And then it will use the glycoproteins already on the host cell's surface, cell membrane, to bud out and create much more viruses. This will result in the host cell being lysed, and the other viruses will go out and infect more cells. In regards to how it would infect a human cell, so it's going to enter the human cell, and let's say this cell is an immune cell, a lymphocyte. So the lymphocyte will engulf the virus. Once the virus is engulfed, it will release its RNA like it did within the bat cell, and it will again replicate its DNA as shown, and then use the host cell's machinery to do transcription and translation, creating many more viruses and many more opportunities for infection. Because this is an immune cell, it will leak inflammatory molecules that will go and alert other lymphocytes, along with causing many of the symptoms that are associated with Ebola.
All right, so I just wanted to kind of do a last minute recap of the disease project by talking about the treatments for and the prevention of the Ebola virus. Some known antimicrobial treatments of the disease are the Regeneron and MAB114. Those are two antivirals that are not approved by the FDA, but have been known to treat the viral replication of the disease. The FDA has approved a single-dose Ebola vaccination as of December 19th, 2019. It's an attenuated vaccine that uses an enveloped glycoprotein from the Ebola virus itself. Some non-viral symptom treatments of the disease. Some patients have been given consistent fluids for electrolyte replenishment and oxygen breathing treatments. There's also been a few treatments to help prevent increases in blood pressure and losses of fluids as well. Um, to help prevent the virus in the future, uh, it's known that it can spread to human to animal contact as well as human to human contact. So it's best to avoid any contact with bodily fluids from infected patients or non-infected animals. And of course, vaccination is the easiest way for the population to quickly access herd immunity and reduce the number of infections. So it's imperative that countries early on identify when outbreaks are set and can get the virus and the vaccine administered to its citizens.